Welcome to the role of AmeriCorps headquarters in the VISTA network. This module is part of the Orientation Learning Path for new VISTA sponsor staff. It was recorded in December 2020. Here are our goals for today. We'll reinforce several important VISTA sponsor responsibilities detailed in the sponsor handbook. We'll look at the roles AmeriCorps headquarters staff play in project implementation, and we'll note useful contacts and resources to support your VISTA project work. To begin, let's take a look at a snapshot of the VISTA project lifecycle. As you can see, this is a very simplified look at the nuances and complexity of VISTA project implementation. It's good to know that no project follows the timeline exactly as presented here, and there are many sub-steps and moving parts throughout the VISTA project lifecycle. For our training purposes today, I want to give you a sense of the overall flow of the VISTA project year, and then point out where AmeriCorps and VISTA headquarters staff are heavily involved with your work. In this version of the life cycle, you can see that there are several highlighted steps. They appear in light blue and have dark black lines around the boxes. These steps heavily involve VISTA headquarters. The first is in the designation of organizations that become VISTA sponsors. Each year, VISTA headquarters publishes guidance and instructions for submitting concept papers and project applications, and headquarters staff oversee many of the administrative steps necessary to approve those sponsoring organizations. Next, you can see that VISTA headquarters is a partner with you in the onboarding of VISTA members and providing their initial orientation to the VISTA program. This includes designing and delivering live online orientation, as well as written materials for all new VISTAs, processing their onboarding forms and administering the Federal Oath of Service, and then entering members into service in the AmeriCorps portal. The VISTA training unit at headquarters administers the Oath of Service on a live webinar. And finally, you can see highlighted that VISTA headquarters staff work closely with sponsoring organizations and AmeriCorps regional staff to complete all final VISTA member end of service tasks, including exiting members from service in the AmeriCorps portal. To complete all of the steps necessary for your VISTA project to achieve meaningful results, your sponsoring organization works in close partnership with both VISTA and AmeriCorps, or AC, headquarters. Let's take a look at the major responsibilities for project implementation and discuss how AmeriCorps and VISTA headquarters support your work. Here are some of the major tasks VISTA sponsors must complete under each core responsibility. Responsibilities include project development, following the laws that govern VISTA's work, communications, reporting, and VISTA member management. First, let's discuss overall VISTA project development. Together, we have the great opportunity to target VISTA resources to communities that need them. This is accomplished through a combination of national and regional work by AmeriCorps, and most importantly, by your work in your community. This chart shows some of the major sponsor tasks that fall under VISTA project development. For our purposes today, I'll highlight a few critical responsibilities of VISTA and AmeriCorps headquarters. Please note again, you can access a one-page handout in Litmos that shows all 5 of these responsibilities, along with the sponsor tasks and the roles and tasks completed by VISTA and AmeriCorps headquarters. To find that handout in Litmos, go to the landing page for the course and select Additional References. You'll find that link to additional references just under the course description at the top of the page. And when you click it, you'll see a number of PDFs, including the PowerPoint slides and the script, along with a standalone handout with these tasks and responsibilities. In order for VISTA sponsors to create projects that align with our program mission, VISTA headquarters publishes annual guidance for community organizations to submit concept papers that request VISTA resources. To support sponsors in the administration and monitoring of their VISTA projects, several other departments at AmeriCorps headquarters are also involved. The Office of Information Technology manages the online systems that allow us to work together each year, including eGrants and the MyAmeriCorps portal. And the AmeriCorps Office of Monitoring and the Office of Inspector General both routinely monitor VISTA projects to ensure they're fulfilling the requirements of their project awards and approved VISTA assignment descriptions. This federal oversight is one part of a thorough monitoring plan needed to ensure that all projects use our federal resources appropriately and effectively. We also share the responsibility to follow the guidelines, the regulations, and the federal laws that govern VISTA activities. In order for VISTA sponsors to fully understand and comply with VISTA's legal framework, AmeriCorps headquarters provides resources and oversight in a variety of ways. First, VISTA headquarters routinely reviews project progress reports and then monitoring findings to identify common trends and needs across the VISTA network. From there, we create new resources as appropriate to address those needs. In addition, the AmeriCorps Office of Monitoring and Office of Inspector General specifically monitor VISTA projects and members to ensure they're following VISTA's legal requirements and that they're taking all appropriate steps to prevent the waste, fraud, and abuse of federal resources. Monitoring activities can include routine desk audits and site visits, as well as ad hoc investigations into misconduct reported about specific projects or VISTA members. And both the General Counsel and Inspector General play active roles in resolving any compliance findings identified during routine monitoring or investigations. Please note that sponsors must fully and immediately comply with all requests issued by the Monitoring Office and the Office of Inspector General. As with any relationship, AmeriCorps headquarters and your project play equally important roles in creating a strong foundation for your work together and really maintaining effective communication throughout our time. In addition to maintaining regular communication with sponsors in monthly calls and emails, VISTA also leads national marketing activities and constantly shares VISTA project stories online. AmeriCorps headquarters also provides regular updates on agency business, congressional actions, and other federal developments to all VISTA sponsors via Gov delivery emails. AmeriCorps also posts updates on our website, which is AmeriCorps.gov. And AmeriCorps supports VISTA marketing by creating and maintaining the AmeriCorps brand, by providing brand and style guidance, and finally by investing in collateral materials. As a federal agency, of course, AmeriCorps is required to report on the use of VISTA resources to a variety of stakeholders. To do that well and on schedule, we rely on reports provided by our VISTA sponsor colleagues. To support you in this, VISTA headquarters aggregates, analyzes, and reports progress data to AmeriCorps leadership, Congress, and the White House. We also use your data to identify trends and emerging needs among VISTA sponsors and then improve our ongoing communications and training accordingly. And as noted earlier, AmeriCorps headquarters also oversees eGrants, the online system that you use to support many of your reports. Let's look at some of the main responsibilities we share for VISTA member management. Again, for the purposes of this training, this chart contains just a few of the tasks required to manage VISTA members. First, the VISTA Member Support Unit works closely with AmeriCorps regional staff to verify applicant eligibility and then enroll VISTAs in service. The VISTA Training Unit also works closely with member support to lead monthly VISTA member orientations. And if necessary, the Office of General Counsel works closely with VISTA headquarters as well as sponsor staff to take any appropriate legal actions necessary to remove a VISTA member from service. I know I've just covered a lot of detail in a few minutes, and again, as a reminder, you can access a one-page handout that combines all of this information that was just covered over the last few slides, the headquarters roles for both VISTA and AmeriCorps, as well as sponsor tasks in Litmos. And you can access that handout as a PDF by going to the course landing page. Select additional references at the top of that page, just under the course description. And when you do that, you'll see several PDFs appear under additional references. They include the slides and the script for this module, as well as, again, that standalone handout that shows you the sponsor roles and then the VISTA and AmeriCorps roles as well. From those major shared responsibilities, let's turn now to the contacts and resources you have to help you successfully manage your VISTA project. As a new staff member at a sponsoring organization, you have several key contacts to help fully prepare you for your VISTA project responsibilities. Those include, of course, your own organization and fellow project staff, your AmeriCorps regional office, and your VISTA sponsor colleagues and peers. And you can find additional resources to support you in your project at nationalservice.gov and on the VISTA campus. Note that the campus also has a supervisor forum where you can connect with other sponsors around the country as well. Here are the topics we covered in this module. We reinforced some of the VISTA sponsor responsibilities detailed in the sponsor handbook. We reviewed critical roles both AmeriCorps and VISTA headquarters staff play in VISTA project implementation, and then we identified contacts and resources managed by AmeriCorps to support your work. Thank you for completing the role of AmeriCorps headquarters in the VISTA network. And thank you so much for your ongoing partnership with AmeriCorps VISTA. Have a good day.